You shall have no other gods before me. Simple words, etched in stone, echoing through millennia, carrying a profound message that transcends time and culture. This, the first commandment, isn't just an ancient rule. It's a timeless whisper of the heart's truest desire, a call to recognize the divine. We're wired to worship, to seek something bigger than ourselves, something that gives our lives meaning and purpose. But where do we place our devotion? In what or whom do we trust and find our ultimate security? What sits on the throne of our lives? Is it something transient or something eternal? The world offers a dizzying array of idols. Wealth, fame, and material possessions, power. They glitter and beckon, promising fulfillment and happiness. Yet, their allure is fleeting, like a shooting star that quickly fades away. Like mirages in the desert, they leave us parched and yearning for more, never truly satisfying our deepest needs. The first commandment reminds us there's only one God worthy of our ultimate allegiance, one who can truly fulfill the longings of our hearts. Picture this, a trembling Moses descending Mount Sinai, stone tablets bearing God's covenant with his people. This wasn't about dictatorial control. It was about love, a father setting boundaries for his children's well-being. The first commandment wasn't meant to be a burden, but a blessing. Think of a compass. It doesn't restrict our journey. It guides us toward our destination. Similarly, the first commandment orients our hearts toward true north, a life of purpose, meaning, and lasting joy. It's a love story, really. God, our Creator, yearning for our undivided affection. We might not be bowing down to golden statues, but idols have a way of disguising themselves. The 21st century offers its own pantheon, the relentless pursuit of success, the addiction to social media validation, the worship of material possessions. They promise happiness, but often deliver only emptiness. Have you ever felt that nagging sense that something's missing, even when you have it all? That's your soul yearning for its true source of fulfillment. The first commandment invites us to examine our hearts. What consumes our thoughts? Where do we invest our time, energy, and resources? When ambition becomes a god. Take, for instance, the drive for success is a powerful motivator that pushes us to achieve great things, to reach heights we never thought possible. It's good to have aspirations, to strive for excellence. These goals can inspire us to grow, to learn, and to become better versions of ourselves. But when ambition becomes all-consuming, it morphs into an idol, demanding sacrifices, our health, relationships, even our integrity. We start to lose sight of what truly matters. We become slaves to the pursuit of more, never content with what we have. The constant chase for success can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. The first commandment calls us to reevaluate our priorities. It urges us to reflect on what we are truly worshiping in our lives. Are we chasing after fleeting achievements at the expense of what truly matters? our relationship with God, our loved ones, our own well-being? Are we neglecting the things that bring genuine joy and fulfillment? It's a gentle reminder that true success is measured not by external validation, but by the state of our hearts. True contentment comes from nurturing our spiritual and emotional well-being. The freedom of letting go. Letting go of idols can be daunting. They offer a false sense of security, control, and identity, but clinging to them keeps us tethered to a life of striving, comparison, and ultimately disappointment. The first commandment isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. Imagine a bird in a cage, so accustomed to its confinement that it forgets the freedom of flight. The first commandment is like an open door, inviting us to step out of self-imposed limitations and into the boundless love and grace of our Creator. Finding our true north. When we surrender our idols and embrace God as the center of our lives, something remarkable happens. We begin to see the world through His eyes, filled with compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. Life's challenges don't disappear, but they're met with a newfound strength and resilience. Our relationships take on deeper meaning as we learn to love others as God loves us. We find contentment not in possessions, but in gratitude for the simple gifts of life. The first commandment, far from being restrictive, opens the door to a life of true joy, purpose, and fulfillment. A love that endures. In a world saturated with fleeting pleasures and empty promises, where the noise of daily life often drowns out the whispers of our soul, the first commandment stands as a beacon of hope, a guiding light in the midst of chaos. It reminds us that our hearts were made for something more, something deeper and more profound, for a love that endures through time and trials, a love that is steadfast and unchanging. It's an invitation to a lifelong adventure of knowing God, experiencing His unwavering love and feeling His presence in every moment, and discovering the boundless possibilities of a life lived in alignment with His purpose, a purpose that brings true fulfillment. So, let us choose wisely. Let us make decisions that reflect our deepest values and highest aspirations. Let us place our affections on the one who is worthy, the one who created us and knows us intimately, the one who offers not temporary satisfaction but everlasting joy, joy that transcends circumstances and fills our hearts with peace. For in Him and Him alone do we find our true north, our guiding star, the constant in our ever-changing world, our ultimate source of love and fulfillment, the anchor for our souls in the storms of life.